Welcome, everyone, to the world of the bold and the beautiful, a show that has captivated audiences for decades with its mix of glamour, romance, rivalry, and shocking twists. Today, I invite you to join me as we dive deep into a particularly intense and memorable storyline involving two of the show's most famous characters, Taylor Hayes and Brooke Logan. This story is filled with emotion, secrets, jealousy, and ultimately, tragedy. Let's walk through each moment, analyze the characters' thoughts and feelings, and see how one mistake can change everything. The day starts with excitement and tension at Forrester Creations, the famous fashion house at the center of the show. It's the day of a major fashion show, and everyone is working hard to make sure everything goes perfectly. The runway is set, the models are getting ready, and the audience is buzzing with anticipation. Among the crowd are celebrities, fashion critics, and loyal fans eager to see the latest designs. The Forrester family and their friends are also present, each with their own hopes and worries about the event. Backstage, the atmosphere is just as intense. Designers and assistants rush around, making last-minute adjustments to the clothes and checking that every detail is perfect. In the middle of this chaos are Taylor and Brooke, two women whose lives are deeply connected by love, rivalry, and a complicated history with Ridge Forrester. Both women have loved Ridge, both have children with him, and both have fought for his affection over the years. Their relationship is full of passion, resentment, and unresolved issues. On this day, Taylor and Brooke find themselves alone in a small backstage room. Maybe they went there to talk privately, or maybe they were both looking for a moment of peace away from the crowd. Whatever the reason, their conversation quickly turns into an argument. Old wounds are reopened as they blame each other for past mistakes and current problems. The tension between them is almost like a living thing, filling the room with anger and frustration. Then, in the heat of the moment, something unexpected happens. Taylor, perhaps distracted by her emotions or eager to end the argument, closes the door behind her. The door locks automatically, trapping both women inside. At first, they don't realize what has happened. They try the handle, push on the door, and call out for help, but it's no use. The room is small, with no windows and thick walls that muffle their voices. Panic begins to set in as they understand that they are truly stuck. Brooke is especially upset. She was supposed to go on stage soon, maybe to introduce a new collection or give a speech. Now, because of Taylor's mistake, she's missing her big moment. She immediately blames Taylor, accusing her of ruining everything. Taylor, feeling defensive and guilty, insists it was an accident. She didn't mean to lock the door, and she's just as desperate to get out as Brooke is. But instead of working together to find a solution, the two women fall into a cycle of blame and anger. This is a key moment in the story. Instead of focusing on how to escape, Taylor and Brooke let their emotions take over. They argue about whose fault it is, bringing up old arguments and personal failures. Brooke accuses Taylor of always interfering in her life, while Taylor says Brooke is selfish and manipulative. Their words are sharp, and their voices grow louder as the minutes tick by. The locked door becomes a symbol of all the barriers between them, barriers they have never been able to break down. While all this is happening, the fashion show goes on outside. The models walk the runway, the audience applauds, and the event is a success. No one realizes that two of the most important people in the company are missing. As the show ends and the guests begin to leave, Taylor and Brooke are still trapped, their anger turning to fear and despair. They wonder if anyone will notice they are gone, or if they will have to spend the night in the small, airless room. As the hours pass, the atmosphere in the room changes. The initial panic fades, replaced by exhaustion and resignation. Both women realize that they are not getting out anytime soon. They sit down, their backs against the wall, and try to make themselves as comfortable as possible. The silence between them is heavy, filled with unspoken thoughts and regrets. It's during this quiet moment that Brooke decides to share a secret she has been keeping for years. She tells Taylor that Hope, the daughter everyone believes to be Deacon's child, is actually Ridge's biological daughter. This revelation is shocking. For years, Brooke has lied to everyone, including Ridge and Taylor, about Hope's true parentage. She explains that she was afraid of how the truth would affect everyone, especially Ridge. She didn't want to cause more pain or confusion, so she kept the secret to herself. Taylor is stunned by this confession. She struggles to process what Brooke has just told her. The news changes everything. If Ridge finds out that Hope is his daughter, it could bring him and Brooke closer together. They would have a new bond, a shared child, that could make their relationship even stronger. Taylor realizes that her own position in Ridge's life is now at risk. She and Ridge have children together, but this new revelation threatens to tip the balance in Brooke's favor. The emotional impact of Brooke's confession is huge. Taylor feels betrayed, not just by Brooke, but by the whole situation. She wonders if she ever truly had a chance with Ridge, or if Brooke was always destined to win. Her jealousy and fear grow stronger, mixing with the frustration and anger she already feels. The room, which was once just a physical prison, now feels like a trap for her emotions as well. As the night wears on, the two women are forced to confront their feelings. Brooke tries to explain her reasons for keeping this secret, saying she wanted to protect everyone. She admits that she made mistakes, but she insists that her love for Ridge and Hope is real. Taylor, on the other hand, can't shake the feeling that she has been cheated out of happiness. She accuses Brooke of always getting what she wants, no matter who gets hurt in the process. The conversation becomes more intense, with both women expressing their deepest fears and desires. Brooke talks about her love for Ridge, her regrets about the past, and her hope for the future. Taylor reveals her own insecurities, her fear of losing Ridge, and her anger at always being second best. The two women are honest with each other in a way they have never been before. For a moment, it seems like they might finally understand each other, or at least find some common ground. But the peace doesn't last. The pressure of the situation, combined with the emotional weight of Brooke's confession, becomes too much for Taylor to handle. She feels trapped, both physically and emotionally, and her desperation turns to rage. In a moment of madness, she lashes out at Brooke. The details of what happens next are shocking and tragic. Taylor, overcome by her emotions, kills Brooke. It's a terrible act, one that she immediately regrets, but it's too late to take back. When morning comes and help finally arrives, Taylor is faced with a terrible choice. She can tell the truth about what happened, or she can try to cover up her crime. Fearing the consequences, she decides to lie. She tells everyone that Brooke died in a tragic accident while they were trapped in the room. She says it was no one's fault, just a terrible twist of fate. The people around her believe her, at least for now, but the guilt and fear remain. The aftermath of Brooke's death is felt by everyone at Forrester Creations. Ridge is devastated by the loss of the woman he has loved for so many years. Hope is heartbroken, not only because she has lost her mother, but also because she may never know the truth about her father. The rest of the family is shocked and saddened, struggling to make sense of what happened. Taylor, meanwhile, is haunted by her actions. She tries to move on, but the weight of her secret is always with her. This storyline is a powerful example of how The Bold and the Beautiful explores the complexities of human relationships. The show is known for its glamorous setting and dramatic twists, but at its heart, it's about real emotions, love, jealousy, fear, and regret. The rivalry between Taylor and Brooke is one of the most compelling parts of the show, and this story takes it to a new level. Next, we will learn about the growing controversy surrounding Scott Clifton and why fans of The Bold and the Beautiful have found themselves increasingly frustrated with the beloved actor who has portrayed Liam Spencer for over a decade on the popular CBS daytime drama. Fan frustration mounts over Scott Clifton's cryptic interview. The Bold and the Beautiful viewers across America are expressing their disappointment and confusion following Scott Clifton's recent interview with Soap Opera Digest, where the actor seemingly danced around direct questions about his character's fate on the long-running soap opera. In what many fans hoped would provide clarity about Liam Spencer's future on the show, Clifton instead delivered carefully crafted responses that neither confirmed nor denied his departure, leaving his dedicated fanbase in a state of anxious speculation. The controversy stems from the current storyline where Liam Spencer has been diagnosed with an inoperable brain tumor, a plot development that has naturally led viewers to question whether this marks the end of Clifton's tenure on the show. With rumors swirling about potential exits and returns to other soap operas, fans were looking for straightforward answers but instead received what many perceive as frustratingly vague reassurances. When an actor starts talking about doing right by the story instead of simply saying "I'm staying on the show," that's when soap fans start to worry, explains veteran soap opera columnist Marnie Thompson. The language is often carefully chosen when contracts are in negotiation or when a major character exit is planned but can't yet be announced. Addressing the General Hospital speculation. Perhaps the most definitive statement Clifton did make during the interview was dismissing rumors of a potential return to General Hospital, where he previously portrayed Dylan Quartermain from 2003 to 2007. With his characteristic thoughtfulness, Clifton stated, "I am not at all thinking about General Hospital or any other show. I'm just thinking about doing the best job I can do telling this story. That is what is important to me. I just want to do right by this show and this story and this storyteller, namely, Brad." While this declaration might have put one specific rumor to rest, it simultaneously opened the door to further speculation. By focusing on his commitment to the current storyline rather than his long-term future with The Bold and the Beautiful, Clifton inadvertently fueled concerns that Liam Spencer's brain tumor storyline might indeed be leading to the character's departure from the canvas. Industry insiders note that soap actors often find themselves in difficult positions during interviews when storylines involve potential character deaths or exits. Network contracts and storyline embargoes frequently prevent them from speaking candidly about future developments, forcing them to provide answers that satisfy interview requirements without revealing prohibited information. It's a delicate balancing act, notes former soap opera writer Elaine Carstairs. Scott is likely bound by confidentiality clauses that limit what he can say about Liam's fate, regardless of whether he's staying or going. But fans understandably interpret these carefully worded statements as evidence of an impending exit. Social media erupts with fan theories and frustrations. In the wake of Clifton's interview, social media platforms have become virtual town halls where fans gather to express their theories, frustrations, and concerns about Liam's future. The comments sections of BNB fan pages have exploded with activity, showcasing the passionate investment viewers have in both the character and the actor. One particularly insightful comment that gained significant traction online observed, "So basically he just doesn't confirm he's leaving or staying? Maybe he doesn't want to give it away, or maybe he doesn't know yet." This perspective highlights the uncertainty that plagues not just fans but potentially the actor himself, as contract negotiations and storyline developments might still be in flux behind the scenes. Other fans have drawn parallels to similar storylines in soap opera history, with one viewer pointing out, "Didn't Bo Brady die of a brain tumor on Days of Our Lives and was dead for a decade but then came back as an angel and then ultimately came back as a real person again?" This reference to soap opera's elastic relationship with permanent character deaths offers a glimmer of hope that even if Liam does succumb to his illness, the door might never truly be closed on the character's return. The career crossroads speculation. While some fans express concern about losing Clifton from their screens, others see potential opportunities for the three-time Emmy-winning actor to explore new roles. The suggestion that he might benefit from a change has emerged in fan discussions, with one viewer commenting, "I hope he goes back to General Hospital. I wouldn't actually mind seeing Dylan and Sasha being a couple. I think that she needs someone fresh and Jason is too old." This sentiment reflects the soap opera audience's unique understanding of the industry's revolving door, where actors frequently move between shows, sometimes returning to previous roles years later. For many longtime soap viewers, following favorite actors across different programs is part of the viewing experience. Another fan expressed a more pragmatic view of the situation, writing, "I'd be okay if he left. He's had a good run, but more importantly Brad Bell can't be bothered to write a decent story with 5 main characters lol. So if I'm Clifton, I'm looking at Days, BTG, he's a great actor." This comment highlights both respect for Clifton's talents and frustration with what some perceive as limitations in the show's current storytelling approach under executive producer and head writer Bradley Bell. Liam Spencer's legacy on The Bold and the Beautiful. Whether or not this brain tumor storyline marks the end of Liam Spencer's journey, the character has undeniably left an indelible mark on the bold and the beautiful landscape. Since Clifton's debut in the role in 2010, Liam has been central to countless major storylines, from his complex love triangle with Steffi Forrester and Hope Logan to his complicated relationship with his father Bill Spencer. Throughout these years, Clifton has brought depth, vulnerability, and authenticity to a character who might have otherwise been defined solely by his romantic indecision. His portrayal earned him Daytime Emmy Awards in 2013, 2017, and 2020, cementing his place as one of daytime television's most respected performers. Whatever happens with Liam's brain tumor storyline, Scott Clifton has given B&B viewers over a decade of memorable performances, notes soap historian Margaret Wilson. His chemistry with Jacqueline MacInnes Wood, Steffi, and Annika Noel, Hope, has driven the show's central romantic conflicts for years, and that contribution to the show's history remains significant regardless of what comes next. The wait-and-see approach. As the brain tumor storyline continues to unfold on screen, fans find themselves in the uncomfortable position of having to wait for developments to play out in real time. Unlike streaming shows where entire seasons drop at once, the day-to-day nature of soap opera storytelling means that viewers must tune in consistently to follow the narrative progression. The final sentiment expressed in many online discussions echoes this reality. B&B fans will simply have to tune in each and every day to find out what will happen next. This statement recognizes both the frustration and the anticipation that characterize the soap opera viewing experience. For now, viewers continue to watch Liam's brain tumor storyline with bated breath, analyzing every scene for clues about Scott Clifton's future with the show. Is this truly the end of Liam Spencer's journey in Los Angeles, or will medical miracles and contract renewals intervene to keep him on the canvas? Only time, and perhaps more forthcoming interviews, will tell. Until then, the speculation continues, the viewership remains devoted, and Scott Clifton's carefully worded interview responses remain subject to intense scrutiny from a fanbase that cares deeply about both the character and the man who brings him to life 5 days a week on their television screens. Stay tuned to B&B Spoilers channel for more updates on this developing situation as we continue to monitor both on-screen developments and behind-the-scenes information regarding Scott Clifton's future as Liam Spencer on The Bold and the Beautiful.